guys, good afternoon, good evening. It's your girl Folasade, the accountability accountant, guys, and I'm so excited to be here again on this beautiful Tuesday with you guys. Look, guys, we're already in the fourth quarter. Could you believe it? Like we're literally in fourth quarter. So, what better time to talk about year-end planning, 2024? Things like that. So if you are a small business owner or an individual that want to get a hold of their taxes or know someone that want to get a hold of their taxes, then you want to tune into tonight's show. We're going to be talking about four things that you guys need to be doing to prepare for year end. And we're going to go over some strategies, and then we'll have a segment two after that as well, guys. So if you are new to me, I'm Folasade, the accountability accountant, guys. I help individuals and small businesses save money on their taxes, build profitable, scalable, and sustainable businesses so they can in turn build generational wealth, guys. I own accounting firm, Suncrest Financials, here in Maryland. Okay, so if you guys need an accountant, if you guys are interested in possibly working with me this upcoming tax season, then definitely call my office, guys. So I'm excited to talk about year-end planning. So we're going to take our usual break. Okay. So share the video, grab your pen, your paper, and whatever libation or drink that you're going to have with me tonight, so we can discuss that. Well, so we can have a discussion. Okay. So guys, I'm going to take a quick little break and we'll be right back. Hey loves, it's your girl Folasade, the accountability accountant, and I want to say thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's episode of The Money Zone. If you know, I know, you should have shared that video up with your friend or your family, because our goal is to build generational wealth. So do me one favor, share the video and subscribe to our mailing list by clicking the link below. Guys, welcome to the Money Zone. I'm your host, Folasade, the accountability accountant, guys, and I'm excited to be back with you guys on this Tuesday. So if you're just coming in, we are going to be talking about year-end financial planning. So remember last week, guys, I said that you guys have to get a little bit more accustomed with our technical conversations so we can really have those hard conversations so you guys can in turn execute, save money on your taxes, and do as I would love, which is build generational wealth in turn. So today's discussion is part of that. We have to have that hard discussion, guys. We have to talk about financial planning. Okay. So if you are individual, you want to stay tuned in. If you are a business owner, you also want to tune in because this topic pertains to everybody. All of us actually right now, since we're already in October, fourth quarter is here. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like time has flew this year. Like I looked up and it's already October. Okay. Like, yeah. Okay. So Right now, all we can really do is prepare for the last, what, 86 or 83 days, the 87 days or whatever that's left in a year or whatever, and also prepare for 2024. So right now, if you are an individual, you really need to know a little bit about your tax position, especially if you want to make sure that next year when you go file your tax return, you don't owe a lot of money, or you'll end up getting that refund that you are anticipating. This is the time of the year for you to have those hard discussions with yourself regarding year-end planning. So most of you probably be like, oh, well, how come such and such get a refund back? How do the rich don't pay taxes? How do you write off everything? How do you do all of that? This is the time where you start to have those discussions, okay? After tax season, guys, let's say around July and August up until the end of the year, I'm actually proactively tax planning with a lot of my clients. So that's kind of what we're going to do today. So, one of the first things you guys need to do, first of all, for us to prepare for the year end, is actually go back and look at your original goals. What were your goals? Did you anticipate making $150,000 this year? Did you anticipate making $1 million this year? Did you anticipate getting your life insurance policy? What exactly were your initial goals for 2023? I know with everything that has happened in 2023, that kind of rolled over from the pandemic all the way till now, and it just seemed like, I don't know about you guys, but life is just like moving, 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 moving. It seemed like we can't get a grip. So these year-end evaluations are when we kind of can take a minute for ourselves and look. So first things first, ask yourself, what were your original 2023 goals? Once you ask yourself, what were your original 2023 goals? It is now up to you to say, okay, I have 3 months left. What exactly could I do to attain those goals if you haven't achieved them yet? Number one. Once you figure out the monetary goal, then you set a financial plan. So you say, okay, well, I need to promote, or I need to ask for a raise, or I need to maybe do overtime, or I need to follow up with past clients that haven't moved forward. I need to do, whatever it is that you need to do to increase revenue, you probably need to implement that. So that's the first thing, evaluate the income. The second thing, guys, you want to end up doing is evaluating your tax position. Right now, at the end of the year, if you are an employee, you need to actually ask yourself, did you owe last year? So if you owe taxes last year, then you need to ask yourself, oh my gosh, look at your pay stub and see if it's the same amount that you paid last year around the same time. If it is, and you owed last year, you're going to end up owing again this year. Okay, so you need to go back and look at your pay stubs and look at your tax return. Did you owe last year? If you didn't owe last year and you ended up getting a refund last year, you need to now ask yourself, oh, how much taxes did I pay? So you will go to your W-2, your 2022 W-2, look at it. Look at box number 2. It says federal taxes withheld, right? Look at that number and compare it to what you're paying now. If it's nowhere near it, you're not going to get the same refund. Okay, so this is the time now for you guys to sit with your tax professional. If you guys do not work with me, sit with your tax professional, go over your tax position, especially if you always owe. If you had an influx of income or things are inconsistent, this is also what you guys need to do as well. Okay, so number one, look at your income goals. Make sure you've met that. If you didn't meet the goals, try to set something up in the next 87 days to achieve that. The second thing you guys want to do is evaluate your tax position, okay? And it's challenging for me, guys, to explain to you how to do this individually. This is why I do recommend you guys go and find yourself a tax professional so they can assist you. This is the time when you sit with them. Well, actually, not this week, but like after next week, then my calendar will be open to take on clients to look at their tax position and do tax planning with. So after October 16th, then most of us open up our calendar so we can do this, help you guys evaluate whether or not you're going to owe it or not. if you guys are going to end up owing, or if you haven't achieved your goals, or if you feel like you are now ready to start building generational wealth, here's a few things that you guys want to do. Number one, write this down, guys. That's why I said this is going to be a little technical in the first part of the show. We cannot always have fun, guys, if we're going to be making impact, changing lives, and you guys going to be making money. Instagram, give me 1 second, guys. You guys looking really blurry. Just give me 1 second. I don't like the color tone, and my team normally use the Instagram. 1 second, guys. Hey loves, it's your girl Folasade, the accountability accountant, and I want to say thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's episode of The Money Zone. If you know, I know, you should have shared that video up with your friend or your family, because our goal is to build generational wealth. So do me one favor, share the video and subscribe to our mailing list by clicking the link below. All right, guys, sorry about that. I had a little bit of technical difficulties with my phone. It looked like it's really dark or blurry. Like I said last time, I need to start wearing my glasses, guys, to the show, because I can't really see that good anymore. I think the age, thank you. The age is getting to me now. But no, okay. So guys, so first of all, number one, evaluate your income goals, okay? The second thing you guys need to do, sit with your tax professional, right? Or get on my calendar and we go over your tax position. Now, once you sit down with your tax professional, or once you guys evaluate your tax position, or you really are in the position where you're like, oh, Folasade, I have some disposable income, girl, or I got some extra income, Folasade, I want to start putting some money to the side. Folasade, I want to start playing this tax game that you've been talking about all of these years. Folasade, I'm ready to get down. So the first thing I need you guys to do is ask yourself, because what I'm finding, a lot of you do not have retirement plans. Some of you may work with small businesses that may not have a retirement plan. Some of you may work with the big company that have a retirement plan, but you haven't set it up. Guys, I really need you to set it up, okay? It's Black people, when we get the money, whatever it is, we're going to figure out how to maintain it. So I would rather for you guys to contribute to your retirement plans now. So in 10, 15 years, you will have something saved outside of maybe relying on Social Security. Okay. You'll have something saved to pull out. So the first thing I need you guys to do is ask yourself, if you are contributing to your job's retirement plan. If you are not, sign up for the plan tomorrow. Okay? Sign up for the plan tomorrow. I don't care if you only contribute $50 to $100 a month, or $50 to $100 per check, right? I need you to start contributing to it tomorrow. And then, especially if your job matches any amount, because some of you guys be so petty. Folasade, they only matching up to 3%. Folasade, they only matching up to 3% of this amount. Folasade, they only doing 1% of this amount. I don't care whatever they're matching. It is free money. It is not your money. Guys, on Instagram, put your questions there because I can't really see them while I'm live. But yes, your 401k, when I mean by your retirement plan, your 401k, your TSP, okay, your Roth, your traditional IRA, your SEP IRA, all of those different type of retirement plans, regardless of which one you have, guys. If you don't have any, I advise you to first, let's start with your jobs. If your job have a retirement plan, get on it. I need you guys to start saving money today. Start building wealth today, because guys, let's be honest, with the way that things are going, many of us get the money and we spend it right away rather than saving first and then spending what's left. Okay, I know from personal experience, I like to save before I spend. Okay, and you get the job done. You feel good afterwards. You don't have to look back and be like, oh, I just wasted all of this money and I didn't do this or I didn't do that. Save first and then figure out how to survive after. But you never go over what you can afford. This is why I always recommend you guys have that household budget. Okay, so number one, guys, contribute to your retirement plan. Here's why I need you guys to do that. When you guys contribute to your job's 401k, right? The money that you invest directly into the 401k, guys, is not taxed right now. It is taxed when you go to withdraw the money. Okay. So some people, the wealthy, were like, oh, well, you don't want to pay taxes. You want to go ahead on and pay tax on the money now. So when you retire, you won't have to pay taxes. Yes, but everybody don't have that opportunity to get money matched and the savings. And so we got to play where we are right now. So if you only have a 401k, let's contribute into that. If you only have a TSP, let's contribute into that. Even if you're going to have to end up paying taxes when you go to withdraw the money when you retire, at least you have the money. My concern at this very moment is for you guys to start setting yourselves up first, and you get the tax benefit as well. Okay, a lot of my clients that have the 401ks, guys, they normally have like an S corp. They put themselves on W2. They max out their 401k. We stay within a certain threshold with their W-2s, and then they have their investments and everything, and it just works. So simultaneously, my clients are saving into their retirement and also building generational wealth by investing in properties and other businesses and everything. Okay, so first things first, if you know you're going to owe, or if you're ready to start building generational wealth, or if you want to play this tax game, the first thing you guys need to do is put money into your retirement plans, because it's the year end, guys. Okay, many of you that's just starting out, you didn't contribute throughout the year, so you're missing out. This is the time to really ask yourself, could you afford to max out your retirement account? Some companies are against it. What I'm finding is that a lot of retirement plan policies are putting in place where they don't want us to do like those last minute contributions. So what they end up doing is forcing you guys to stretch it out throughout payroll. So right now you guys have 4, 8. If you get paid weekly, about 10 checks. If you pay bi-weekly, about 5 checks. So you have about 5 checks to try to max out your 401ks. So try to max out your 401ks and your TSPs. Okay, number one. The second thing you guys need to do, depending on your income, this is why I don't like when you guys take advice just from these memes or these so-called coaches that have done things just one time or whatever, or just done theirs and is trying to teach you guys how to do things. Because at some point, you may grow out of having that 401k and want to convert it over to a Roth, or convert a different type of retirement plan to a Roth IRA or something. At that point, you guys taking this online advice, this is why I recommend you guys have your own financial advisor and your own accountant and your own team, so that you will be able to execute on a lot of these things. Guys, don't fall for this. It's a lot of the stuff you really don't want to execute, well, you're not capable or able to execute on your own, and you may not want to. I don't recommend it. I personally don't recommend it. It's a lot of reading and unnecessary stuff. Like, truthfully, I'm hating the process. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm hating it. And I love to learn and I love to read, guys. So if I love to learn, love to read, and I'm hating learning all of this stuff, not the tax part. The tax part I love. That's my lane, right? But all of the other stuff, I hate it. I hate it. Okay. So, guys, so number one, contribute to retirement plans. If you guys have any investments, right? Stocks, bonds, things like that, this is a time for you also to sit down and look at your stock portfolio. What is losing? What is gaining? Are you having a significant gain on some stocks, and then you're having a significant loss in some areas? Are you considering selling some stocks? Are you considering buying more? This is the time for you to be strategic, because if you are planning on selling any of your stocks, right, You may want to also sell some of your losing performance stocks to offset the gains. So once again, this is the time for you guys to look at your stock portfolios and see what assets of yours, which is your stocks and your bonds and stuff, what's performing, what's not. But you also need to have some market knowledge about what you should keep, what you should hold, what you should sell, right? And this is a time where this is the rich man's game that we're talking about. This is what they do. At the end of the year, they look at their portfolio like, oh, okay, get rid of this. Oh, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and sell this and pull out the money from here and invest it here. So for me to not to have paid taxes on the money that I'm gaining from these stock sales, go ahead on and sell these. I know that sounds whatever, maybe confusing. If it sounds confusing, just post your comments. I'll answer them after my team posts the video or whatever. But it's not confusing, guys. Just know you may want to sell some stuff if you have too much gains on something that you want to sell at the end of the year. Some of you guys have experienced a lot of crypto losses. A lot of you guys have also experienced a lot of scamming that happened in 2023 as well. So this is also the time for you to sit down with your tax professional, see what you guys can do with the crypto losses, because some of you guys' crypto losses are still suspended until they go through these bankruptcy things. So you want to check that out. So this is really the time, guys, end of the year. It's time to look at the money. It's time to look at the numbers. It's time to look at the assets. It's time to look at what you did for 2023. And really, let's be honest, as accountability accountant, guys, this is a time for you to be accountable to what you actually wanted to achieve. Some of you put down, oh, contribute 15,000 to my retirement account, start my business, hire my child, buy some stocks. Go back on that list and see what did you do in 2023, because we only have 3 more months to go. Well, actually, we don't have 3 more months. We have 87 something days or 86 days, whatever it is, right? Left. Now, the beautiful part about goals, guys, this is where you can roll it right on over the things that are not really attainable within the next 87 days. But revenue goals, you need to strive for that. If you have surplus money or disposable income that you can invest, this is the time to start your retirement savings, okay? Like we discussed. Okay. All right, guys. And then also the third thing we talked about was you looking at your investments, your stocks portfolio, so you can offset some of the gains by some losses from other stocks that you hold, okay? Also, some of you guys are parents. You guys are what they call it, empty nesters. So your children are at college. So you need to plan for their tuition. What I'm finding is that a lot of you guys are taking out student loans and you don't even know that you can deduct and still claim the American Opportunity Credit for your child, even if you have student loans for your child. Some of you are missing out on the educational credits because you wasn't aware that your child getting a student loan, you still qualify. Yes, you still qualify. You just don't qualify for the student loan interest deduction because you haven't repaid the loan back. But once you repay back the loan, then you and your child can discuss that. So this is the time for my parents to start planning for that spring semester educational expenses, okay? And then in addition to that, you may want to start, if you have younger children like myself, you want to go ahead on and start your 529 plan. And see, the 529 plan, guys, you don't need a financial advisor to do that. Almost every state have their own 529 plan. You just put your state in, right? And then put 529. And then it might take you to that state's 529 plan. Okay? That Ms. Monica said, she said, me, empty nest, retirement goals. Yes. So you want to go ahead on, if you have younger children like myself, just type in your state name in Google and put 529 behind it and it'll come up. And you can just start easily just order having $40 from your paycheck directly go to your child's future college plan. college savings plan. Okay. And the beautiful part about the 529 plan was based on the recent changes, we can roll that thing on over to now. So it's not just stuck in a college fund any longer. We can roll it over to other plans as well. So it's exciting. So definitely, because at the end of the year, you want to look at that so you can also maybe get the tax benefit from the state level. A lot of states allow you to take a tax deduction for your contribution into your children's college fund. So remember, guys, see, the tax code, as I've been telling you guys, benefit people that, one, start businesses, two, that want to build generational wealth. Putting in 529 plan, part of generational wealth. 401k, generational wealth. Having your business, generational wealth. Okay. Then when you have your business and your business is profitable, you can write off your health insurance and things like that. So the tax system benefit people that really want to do some things with their money, not just spend, spend, spend. Okay. Okay, one of the last things that you guys want to make sure that you guys do is make sure you guys all have proper life insurance. It is so much happening right now. You're walking out your house, and a lot of people are not coming back home. So many robberies, murders, it's just senseless death, domestic violence, the works is happening. Guys, let's make life easier on the people that have to survive after our deaths. Let's make sure we're all are fully insured. It should be no reason why all of us do not have at least the basic term insurance. I know my life insurance providers are going to be like, oh, why you're telling people to get term insurance? Because everybody cannot get whole life insurance or qualify for it. And you at least need to have something in this day and time. So if you cannot get the whole life insurance policy, okay, you want to make sure that you actually at least get a term life insurance policy. Something is better than anything. And then some jobs, they do have life insurance through the company, but you also want to be aware of what it includes, okay? Some of them have it where you only get like a $50,000 death benefit limit. So you want to know what exactly are you covered. At the end of the year, guys, this is that time to really look at the reality. Like you can have fun, 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 fun. All the whole in from January, because look, most people start off the year partying anyway, right? From January, you got your birthday sometime throughout the year, and then we got all of these holidays, Memorial Day, this, we always partying, right? So fun, 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 fun. Year end, guys, is to look at what we did and really ask ourselves, what could we do differently going forward? What investments do I need to make? What investments can I afford to make? Some of you guys may not be in the position to even make investments, but you guys are in the position to maybe start putting something away. So even if you just start with $25, $10, let's just start building the saving muscle, okay? By starting to build the saving muscle, the moment you start to make more money, you will be able to save easily, and you will already be in the habit of saving easily. This is why so many people that get a large lump sum of money, right? They always end up going broke because they never exercise the financial literacy part, which is exercising that savings muscle, which is exercising the investment muscle. So right now, wherever you guys are, let's not overthink it. Let's start where we are. If you know you can only afford $10, $15, $20, just start putting it to the side, guys. And it's multiple reasons why. Because when you guys go to retire, when you guys go to make purchases, when you guys go to have your fun, your travel, whatever your goals are, right? Whatever those goals are, you're going to need multiple pots of money. You're going to need multiple pots of money. I think what I'm finding is that people are retiring or getting to that age where they no longer want to work. And the reality is they don't have enough saved. They don't have nothing put to the side. And I don't really want that to happen for you guys. I want you guys to look up and in 15 years, you have something and you be like, oh, I'm glad Folasade told me to start putting that money to the side. Girl, look how much money I got. Or look, I got all of this saved. I really, in the bottom of my heart, I do not want you guys to not have nothing. So let's start now. And then the moment you start to get to your first $200, your first $300, then that's when you can start now buying stocks, okay? Stable stocks. Even if, or if you don't want to buy stocks, you can go ahead on and just keep saving, because some people don't want to invest in stocks. And I'm okay with you don't want to do that. Or most people don't want to invest in real estate, don't want to invest at all. Just keep saving. But if you want to grow your money, you're going to have to invest it in something, okay? And then also, guys, don't forget, you can also invest in other businesses too, okay? You can also invest in other businesses. But that's also buying stock too, but in a different form, okay? All right, guys. So number one, I'm about to do a recap. Then we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to have fun, because you guys hate these technical conversations. But the reality is that we're here, end of the year. We've had fun, right? Some of you guys messed up the bag. Some of you guys didn't do nothing. Some of you guys started, but you didn't finish. But it's okay. We got to look at what we did and just let's make changes going forward. So number one, let's evaluate the revenue goals. If you didn't meet the revenue goals, then ask yourself why. So like with me, I didn't meet my revenue goals, okay? My sister passed away. I slowed down. I was all over my head. I didn't meet my revenue goals. So I'm asking myself, what could I do differently? What did I do? So I stopped taking sales calls and things like that. I asked myself, I went through all of this. The same thing I'm telling you guys to do, I did, okay? I've done it already. So first thing I did was evaluate my revenue goals, and I realized I didn't meet them. So I'm coming up with a plan now for year end for me and my team to meet the goals. Well, meet the goals, number one. The second thing, guys, I asked you to evaluate your tax position. If you always end up owing, you need to sit down with a tax professional. If you don't always end up owing and you have extra money to save or extra money to invest, this is the time for you to start maxing out your retirement plans, okay? Also getting 529 plans for your children and start investing that extra money, okay? The third thing I also ask that if you guys have an investment portfolio of some sort, right? And things are popping off in one area, or you're considering pulling out money, whatever your goals are, right? This is what you need to be looking at, and ask yourself, okay, well, this stock portfolio is doing well. Are you going to keep the ones that's losing? If you're going to sell the winning ones to pull out money to invest in another place, big boy games, then this is the time to sit down and really evaluate the performance of your stocks and your investments, okay? Once you guys do all of those things, right, then you need to make sure and that all your life insurances are paid up to date. Everybody is covered. But last but not least, you actually evaluate your budget. We are still, even with the government not shutting down, remember, guys, they did not fix everything. We still have, nothing was fixed, okay? They just put a Band-Aid over things for temporary use. So this is just, it's going to keep rolling over, okay? So what's happening is that, once again, we are now responsible to be in control of our own position. So I need you guys to go and look at your budgets. Go and set up your budget. If you guys don't have a budget, I have a personal budget on my website. I think it's like $2 or something. You plug in all your income. You plug in all of your expenses. It will calculate. It will tell you if you're not bringing in enough money, where your money is going and everything. I also recommend you guys download, but you don't have to download it. Well, you can download the app, but get mint.com. Okay, buy into it. Get mint.com, and it allows you to see everything. Like, I love Mint from a personal perspective because it lets you see what your net worth is. It lets you see what your assets are. So if you have buildings, properties, okay, it lists it. If you have your life insurance, it lists it. Whatever's in your bank accounts, it lists it. So from a bird's eye view, You have everything about yourself financially in one place. And I really love it because it allows you guys to see clearly if you got anything popping, what you worth. And it'll be something like, okay, so when I first started using Mint a few years ago, y'all, because remember, I built my business from the ground up with no help, almost lost everything, right? So and then I didn't have that success story where somebody put me on. My journey been long and hard. So I'm just really getting comfortable like the past maybe 5 years. So when I first started using the software, guys, I didn't have no net worth. Negative. It was negative net worth, right? Not ashamed at all. I had a negative net worth. Now when I look at it, I can't tell you guys what my net worth is, but it's looking okay. So no, guys, you want to go ahead on and make sure that you start doing budgeting, guys, and looking at things so you can know where we are. Because many of us are going to look up. Like I'm 38, I'll be 39 in June, right? A lot of us are going to look up, and we're going to be 55. Time is flying, guys. We're going to be 55. We're going to be 60 years old, and we're not going to have a pot to piss in. So it starts now. And guys, the reason why I say this is because I know a lot of my clients, you guys have retirement accounts, or you don't have them, or you've already withdrew all of the money out and had to close it. You try to start a business and the business wasn't successful. So guys, whatever your situation is, I beg of everyone to let's start fresh, regardless of where it happened. Let's start fresh tomorrow and let's invest into our retirement plans and get things going for the future, because we're going to blink and we're going to blink and we're not going to have anything. Okay. And I don't want that, guys, to happen. So it's the end of the year, guys. This is accountability season. Y'all say it's cuffing season. Everybody talk, oh, Folasade, it's cuffing season. Everybody talk about it's cuffing season, cuffing season. Everybody talk cuffing season. No, it's accountability season, guys. It is the time to hold yourself accountable to all of those goals, all of those dreams, all of those desires that you guys wanted, even with all of the chaos with the government, even with so much uncertainty right now, everything is still possible. Now, you may not be able to achieve all of them with it by end of the year, but you might, right? But you may be able to achieve them next year. Okay. But holding yourself accountable to your overall goals, coming up with an actual vision for your family. And I'm going to close out after I say this and go to segment 2, right? A lot of you guys probably don't know where to start with what I've talked about today. Is because you don't have a vision. Even if you are single, even if you are a mom or single mom, or even if you have a family, there should be a vision of what life look like in 10 years, 5 years, 20 years, retirement years, regardless. Like, what are you working towards? And so whatever you're working towards, it has to be the steps to that end vision. But a lot of you don't have the vision. So you're working all over the place. So I ask all of you guys, if you don't have a vision for what your life look like in 20 years, you're going to get a rude awakening when you blink, and it's nothing that you ever could imagine. Nowhere near as great as it could have been if you would have taken this time, this month of October 2023, to envision what your future looked like. 20 years, 5-year increments, 5-year increments, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20. In 20 years, I will be 58. Wow. Oh my God. See, I think that's probably what maybe stopped some of you guys. Oh my God. Okay, yes. So in 20 years, guys, I'll be 58. Some of you are my age, older or younger. So break the years down, 5 years. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? If you see yourself married with a family, okay. Are you setting yourself up to be married with a family and be financially stable? Okay. If in 10 years you want to be able to, now you're supposed to be married with the family and whatever that look like. Your kids go to private school, then okay, that means you need to be saving now. And then you and your spouse need to have a plan when you guys get together, so you guys can have a savings plan for your children's private school tuition, or whatever your vision is. If it's for you guys to travel every year, it needs to have a plan. And I know a lot of people have this concept, well, I'm trying to make enough money so I don't have to plan. That ain't the reality we live in, guys. A lot of you, let's really be honest, will never make enough money to just do things on a whim. I'm going to repeat that. That may never be a reality. Some of you may never be able to have that lump sum at one time to just do everything. You will have to exercise your saving muscles so you can start saving and being able to still achieve the same goal. So some of you may receive your $100,000 within 26 weeks for the year. And somebody else might make $100,000 in 6 months. The person that makes $100,000 in 6 months have a better chance of having a larger lump sum of money than you, because they get paid in a shorter time span. So if your income is spread out through a job or something out of your control, you have to exercise your saving muscle in everything that you want to do. If you want to have the comfortable retirement, you have to save now weekly based on your pay period. If you want to be able to travel every month in the next 3 years, start saving for that now. A lot of your jobs also have the opportunity for you guys to split out your checks in multiple bank accounts. So with my company, we do payroll for our clients. And their employees have the opportunity to put some of their paycheck in 9 different bank accounts. So if you know you are bad at savings, have $50 every pay period going to a bank account that you can't withdraw from or something. Let's get creative, guys, but let's make sure we achieve our goals, okay? So, guys, I want to take a quick little break. Well, my little 5-minute break, grab some water and get prepared for the next segment, guys. So, Instagram, I'm going to stop the Instagram and then I want to come back, okay? Because I like to have the show broken up for my team so it can be easier for them to break up the content, guys. So, YouTube and Facebook, I'm going to take a quick little 5-minute break. Instagram, I'm going to drop this live stream and then I'm going to come right back. So guys, I'll be right back. I didn't realize how much help that I needed when I started my business. Like, I knew I couldn't do it by myself, but I didn't know to the extent of how much help I would need. So this is why your accounting is so important, because it's the difference between you being a one-man band for the rest of your life and you being able to hire your next right-hand man. And see, so for example, like me, I'm a service provider. So if I hire another individual in my office, the next thing would be someone that has a CPA or an enrolled agent, someone with the credentials of my caliber, right? So I can now officially somewhat delegate everything to them, right? And so it costs to hire an accountant. It costs. I'm going to have to pay them no less than maybe 70 G's. So while all of you entrepreneurs thinking that it's so easy to really grow your business, now I already have $100,000 in payroll already. So when I add on another 70, so that's now taking my total payroll to $250,000. And so while you small businesses think that it's a game to level up and grow your businesses, when it's time for you to sacrifice that $70,000 to pay somebody, you're not willing to do so. So you stay where you are. nobody right now, will we on this day and time should be hating on nobody or should be judged. All of us have the same 24 hours. All of us have the same opportunity. Now, the moment that Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube start charging us to use their platform is the moment that we all can't say we have the same opportunity. But right now, we all have the same opportunity. So what is stopping you from doing what you need to do and hustle? What's stopping y'all? First of all, stop watching everybody. So when you are not where you want to be in life, guys, it's a difference between watching people to get motivation and watching people and start to develop hate. Because you guys can watch so much to the point where you forget that for you to get to their level, you have to do work. So you begin to hate. So what is it? What do we need to do? And I think the first thing we all need to do is accept accountability. Accept accountability for where you are right now. If you're not happy, write down why. If you're not financially stable, write down why. So like me, I had to do an evaluation of myself. I said, okay, I'm pretty consistent, I'm pretty disciplined, but not as bad as consistent and disciplined as I could be. So guess what I got to go down? Be more consistent. Be more disciplined. I didn't realize how much help that I needed when I started my business. Like, I knew I couldn't do it by myself, but I didn't know to the extent of how much help I would need. You know, so this is why your accounting is so important, because it's the difference between you being a one-man band for the rest of your life and you being able to hire your next right-hand man. And see, so for example, like me, I'm a service provider. So if I hire another individual in my office, the next thing would be someone that has a CPA or an enrolled agent, someone with the credentials of my caliber, right? So I can now officially somewhat delegate everything to them, right? And so it costs to hire an accountant. Hey guys, welcome back to The Money Zone. I'm your host, Folasade, the accountability accountant, guys, and I am back. This is segment 2. So if you guys are just tuning in, you missed out on segment 1 where I discussed year-end financial planning tips. What you guys should be doing. It's accountability season, y'all. Y'all talking about it's cuffing season. Now it's accountability season. If you want to achieve your goals, live the life you dream, don't only cuff somebody, hold yourself accountable so you guys can be living the way you want to as well, guys. Okay, so make sure you tune in, or if you guys want to watch that replay, head over to my YouTube channel, which is Folasade TV. It should be there tomorrow, I think, maybe like 48 hours. My team will break it up and put it on the YouTube channel, Folasade TV. Head over there so you can watch segment 1. So guys, in segment 2, guys, y'all might be a little mad at me on this one, but it's okay. I'm pretty used to it. A lot of the new people that just come, y'all end up, either liking me or loving me or hating me. But eventually, I think everybody end up loving me because my goal, well, I don't care if you do or not. Let's really be honest. Okay, number 1. But my goal is to really serve the people. So we got to have these hard conversations. So we're going to talk about Black demographics, guys. So we're going to talk about what we got going on, our income, our household, what is happening in the Black community. It is so much gibberish. Oh, Black people make this. Black people do this. Black people median income this. Let's look at the numbers, guys. Did I not go live? Okay. Oh, I did. Okay, so let's look at the numbers, guys. So if you guys want to see my screen, head over to our YouTube channel, which is Folasade TV, guys. I don't know if you guys are not getting notifications that are subscribed to the channel or whatever the case may be. But if you guys want to see my screen, head over to our YouTube channel, which is Folasade TV, okay? So, guys, I'm about to share my screen. So, first of all, I'm on blackdemographics.com. And, I chime into a lot of the conversations that you guys have online, right? But then I end up realizing that all of that stuff is a waste of my time, and it's really a waste of all of our time, honestly, because all we're doing is just talking, but we're not really putting in too much of the work. Okay, and I'm not really that type of person that do too much talking. I'm more of a Let's talk to solve a problem so we can all be on the same page. But then I'm just the type of person, let's get to work after that. Like all of that back and forth, who gonna do what, blaming everybody. I don't do that. I hold myself accountable to what my responsibility is, what I'm supposed to do, and I do it and I get the job done. A lot of you guys are not where you are not where you want to be, because guess what? You do too much talking and not enough working. Okay. So first things first, guys, if you see my screen, the median income for Black people, boys and men between the ages of 16 to 24 years old is $648. The median income for that same demographic, but for other races, is $714. So we're already lower. All right. The second stat says women, Black women, girls, and women ages 16 to 24, their average income, our average income for that age is $657. For other races, $672. So it's lower, but not as significant as the men's ratio. For men ages 25 to 54, for Black men, their median income is $1,014. Other races, and this is weekly, guys, other races is $1,247. The median Black woman's income ages 25 to 54 is $895, and the average of other races for women the same age is $1,055. 55-year-old Black men and over, average income per week is $1,128, and other races $1,296. And Black women ages 55 and over, $925, and other races $1,032. So it's not one category, guys, that we have higher median weekly earnings when compared to other races. Why do I want to have this discussion? It's because right now, guys, we're doing a lot of talking online, but we're not making a lot of traction in real life. Y'all do IRL. Y'all love all those strings. IRL. Can we in real life also show up? Because online, I thought we made a lot of money. I thought we was really, really rich, right? Online. But as you guys can see, that's not the case. All right. So Black household income, okay, says percentage of households with earnings. 77% of all Black households have income, and 78% of other households have income. So that's good. That's tight right there, neck and neck. I like that. So we kind of working in the same pace, which is good. Okay. The median household income for Blacks is $51,374. The median income for other races is $74,755. The median family income for Blacks is $64,123, and the median family income for other races is $92,148. The married couple family income for Blacks, the average income for married couples for Black people is $94,969. And for other races, $109,250. The average Black single women head of household income is $41,000. So they saying, ladies, when we are the head of our homes, the average income is $41,571. And when compared to other races, their median income for single women held homes is $48,032. So right now, again, guys, we're still falling short across the board. Now, I'm not comparing us to them in a sense of, oh, they're better than us, because nobody is better than nobody. God made us all individuals, however, but we are all kind of grouped together. And right now, our group is doing the most talking online. And it's pitiful because we're talking about relationships, stepdaddies, stepmothers, Pookie, Shanae's, 304s, right? We're having all of these useless conversations, okay? But we're not having the real conversations as to why we are still falling short financially. Why are we not lining up against other races? Why? Why? Okay. So it says households with retirement income, 21% are Black families have retirement income. 24% of other races have household retirement income. 28% of Black families are getting Social Security. 31% of other race families getting Social Security. 26% of Black families, they say, are getting food stamps. And 12% other races. Wow. Household with government cash assistance, this one is kind of close. Black people, 4%. Other races, 3%. Okay. Let's look at the wages by income. Wages by education. So the average, so we're looking at Black weekly wages by education, right? So they're saying per week, the average Black person that has less than a high school diploma makes about $562. And across the board, everyone else in the US, $626. A Black person with a high school diploma make at least $708. Other people, $809. A Black person, and this is weekly, guys. A Black person with with at least an associate's degree make on average $782 per week, and $963 compared, and other races $963. Black people that have only a bachelor's degree, they make at least $1,070 per week, and other races $1,334. Black people with advanced degrees make at least $1,360 per week, and other races $1,658. So, guys, one thing I can find and say, with the statistics is that as a common ground, we're lower, but there's also some contributing factors too when it comes down to the income. I personally don't believe that a lot of Black people that starts new jobs, you guys actually negotiate your pay. I think if the job placement says 85,000, I think you guys just maybe accept that 85,000. Rather than saying, well, I see that your offer is 85,000. However, do you have it in your budget to at least go to 95,000 because I'm fully qualified for the position. However, this additional skill sets that I possess will be an asset to your company outside of what is presented on my resume. These are additional skill sets that I think I can offer your company. I don't think we're really negotiating for a higher salary for what we're really worth. Okay. And then a lot of times we're running trying to get another job, so we really don't negotiate, and then we end up getting stuck and not getting the pay raises when compared to other races as well. So that's some of that. But we also have to look at the fact that we're going to always be in this position, guys, if we are not the employers. I hate when you guys have this I hate when you guys get mad at me when I have this conversation. But if we don't build bigger businesses and more businesses, more stable, sustainable businesses, then the reality is that not to say we have to accept what others offer us, but we can't command more than what we're willing to give on our own. Like if there's not enough Black businesses to provide jobs to Blacks, then why do we think that we have a right to force them to pay us more and more and more and more? And I know y'all, some people are gonna say, well, I'm worth it, and all of this stuff, and it's not a race thing, it's a humanity thing, and all of this stuff. But the reality is, if you think about the olden days, everybody had businesses. If you look at back in the day, the only way that we survived was through trade and commerce, by trading between families. So indirectly, the moment someone grew crops, they were kind of having their own business anyway. So we have to get into that enterprise mindset as well, because if we have more of our own businesses, then we will be able to kind of allow our people to go out and command more in the workplace because they have more opportunities. But if we're only relying on other people's to provide jobs for us, we're going to always get a lower pay. And let's think about it. What is the word? I can't think about the big word, guys. Okay, can't think of the word. But if your family applied to your company, or if you have a position that your family is qualified for, aren't you going to hire your family member first? Aren't you going to hire your cousin first? I forgot what the word is. I can't think of it. Aren't you going to keep the money in the family? That's the question I want to leave with you guys. We're arguing online and on social media about relationships and 50-50 and traditional women and masculine men and alpha males, and we're still lacking in the workforce. We still don't have enough businesses to sustain our own. We still don't have enough Black owned business with enough revenue to hire more people. We still don't have enough Black businesses that are employers. So we're having conversations about things that will never make change in our society. And it's time for us to hold ourselves accountable to the useless banter that you guys are engaging in online, and really realize that we're still falling behind. And actually, things are going to get tougher. They already blocked that all Black female venture capitalist firm from giving funding only to Black businesses. So do you think that you have a chance by not working together? You guys really scare me online. We need to work together as one. And I don't even know what that looked like. But we have to start, first of all, loving each other, first of all, because once we love each other, we won't be killing each other. We won't be disrespecting each other. We won't be doing a lot of the things that allow us to not trust each other and not want to build. And it's deep-rooted suffrage trauma that is lingering online. And statistically, guys, we're still falling short. I haven't even went into the more in-depth statistics about our business rate, the level of our economics. We have no say. But you guys are using social media to play games. And we barely have any businesses. Our businesses, the Black-owned businesses that we have, the 2.1 million Black businesses, and maybe about 3 million now since the pandemic. I'm waiting for the updated statistics, right? When I last pulled the stats, out of the 2.1 million Black businesses, we only employed 100,000 Black people. Do y'all not understand this? But you guys are on social media talking about relationships, and we don't have any businesses that are employers. 100,000 people. That's it. Out of 2.1 million Black businesses. but we're fussing on social media. We have a lot of internal work, guys, to do. And it all starts with accountability for your actions first. A lot of you guys are blaming everybody for your lack, when the first thing you need to do is accept responsibility for what you are going through. You can't say it's your upbringing. You can't say I grew up in the hood. My mother was a crackhead. We're old now. Your what happened when you were a baby should not be still impacting you as an adult. It is no excuses. But you guys are wanting to have 50-50 conversations when look at our 50-50. Our 50-50 is only $50,000. We are actually better off together. A woman by herself income is $41,000. The median income for a man is $51,000. Combined, that makes that $94,000. So the average Black family only really brings in, with two working people, only $100,000. But you guys are fussing online talking about 50-50. We need each other to be 100-100 in the relationships. This is why we're struggling. So guys, I want to leave you with that. That these conversations that you're having online, guys, is not solving the economic problems we have in the Black community. Economically, we are suffering. A lot of you guys have about 12 different type of credit cards, 15 different credit cards to live this facade online. And it's shameful now. When is enough enough? When are we going to tired of being the laughing stock? Because see, the reality is, guys, and this is where it gets challenging for me, is that I'm not just a Black American. And it's like I'm like stuck in this middle of a rock and a hardship. I'm Black American, I'm Nigerian, my kids are divided between two different tribes, and the tribes are bickering. Black Americans are bickering with Nigerians, and you got Africans hate each other. Like, this is so much unnecessary stuff when economically everybody is suffering. Y'all robbing Peter to pay Paul. But you're having conversations about 50-50, single mother, baby daddies, pookies, and this, rather than holding everybody accountable to their BS. So guys, if we're going to make impact, if we're going to make a change, if we're going to stop being the laughing stock of the world, like, we're actually the laughing stock of the world. They're laughing. And they're laughing is because you guys are having these useless conversations. And let me see if I can show you guys. Let me show you guys if my feed on my Explore page is the same. Let me see if my Explore page is the same. Hold on. Let me see if it's the same on my phone. Because I wanted to show you what the white people are having, the conversations they're having. They're trying to bring down the government and save the world. And Black people are actually sitting there having useless conversations about relationships. Oh no. So it don't pop up. You know how, like, when you're scrolling on your phone, it will pop up like other people pages and things instead of going to the Explore page. No. So yeah, guys, I wanted to do that one day so you guys can see when I'm on my phone, the algorithms, because my page, what I look at is multifaceted. So a lot of the white people on my page, they are talking about abolishing the government, bringing Biden out, all of the bad laws, all of the looting, marriage, being family, God, all of the positive things. No tea, no shade now. All of the positive stuff. And then when I scroll, and then the Black stuff is all this baby mama pookie drama and all this nonsense, guys. I'm serious. I'm gonna see how I can connect my phone so I can show you guys in one of my next live streams the difference in the feeds. It is scary. It's totally too different. It's the white people talking about traditional wives, submission, but they're not talking about it in a way that like we're talking about it. They're talking about it, and it's just it is what it is. They just expect it. Like this is just oh yeah, and then black people we just fighting. So guys, that's all I have for you guys. I love you guys so much. I hope me showing you guys the demographics today to show you guys that we are still struggling financially is because we're doing too much talking and we're not executing and doing what we're supposed to be doing, guys. We need more than one business every 1,000 households. We need more than 1 millionaire per family. Remember, there's this thing called the black tax that 1 millionaire in a family get hit the hardest. So someone on Instagram say black people need to clean up our communities and rebuild our community with the emphasis on good lasting. Exactly. Guys, we wasting our time and we're getting left behind. I can show you statistic after statistic, guys. But I really want us to start making change, and it starts with you. You got to start, and it's hard to say this because a lot of you guys are like atheists, like y'all are just so weird right now in this time. It's even challenging sometimes to have real conversations because y'all are all over the place. Y'all just have to be identified as something. I don't know. It's weird. You have to be identified. So in that case, I'm going to close out here, guys, before I even go and get banned again, like I always get banned eventually. So I know y'all going to eventually ban me soon, and that's fine, per usual. But just know this, guys. Stop all that talking online. Y'all wasting y'all time. We're really struggling financially, guys. Like literally. I didn't even bring up half of the stats that I can talk about in the black community. It might look like it's all glitter and gold. Guys, it's really not glitter and gold. The amount of debt that the majority of black families house is ridiculous, okay? And I'm not trying to piss on nobody parade. So please don't look at it like that, guys. It's come from all love. I do not want to piss on nobody's parade. I'm not better than none of you guys. I experience hell back and forth. And I tell you guys my struggles when I go through them and when I get out of them, the lessons and everything. And I've been there when I was overspending on credit cards. I had one credit card and I told you guys that experience, right? I've been there when I was living above my means and stuff. I've been there. I've been there. So I talk about a lot of things from experience, and I've been there when I just talked a lot of game and never made impact and never did what I was supposed to do. And you never really happy with yourself when you that person that nobody takes serious because all you do is talk. Now everybody that knows me know that we don't really do small talk. That's why I make people so uncomfortable when they're around me. Because if they're not achieving their goals, they don't even feel comfortable talking to me. And so the reality is that whatever you guys want, you can have. You just got to stop talking about it, pray about it, and get to work, guys. So I love you guys so much. I wish all of you absolute success. And this is accountability season, guys, not cuffing season. Y'all done enough fucking cuffing. Excuse my language. I should have said bleep. Bleep it out, Grace. I've done enough beep. Y'all have done enough beep cuffing these past few years, guys. This is now accountability season. Okay? I love you guys. See you next week. Bye. Let's see if I can do intro.